I can't believe you guys didn't take advantage, especially you and Eddie, take advantage of the Area 51, the storming the fucking base.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
what are we,
fucking
fucking
people.
amateurs?
Yeah, those fucking.
That's
Is that
fucking
amateur?
hour.
Why?
Because only punk-ass amateurs think of storming Area 51. First of all, Eddie doesn't believe in space or any of that shit, so he ain't going.
Eddie doesn't believe in space?
Doesn't believe it. Hey, we're not going to talk shit. I love him. He believes whatever he wants to.
What do you mean? He
Hey,
doesn't believe that
hold
we're
on.
in space right now?
Back up. Doesn't believe
I'm
in
not
space?
gonna- Yeah, he's not into
No,
space.
I love Eddie. We should have him on too.
He doesn't. He think there's.
He thinks all space is fake.
Yeah, well, I mean, like
Do you think
all
we're
our
in a
information
simulator?
comes. Okay, here's a joke. Anybody want to hear a cool joke? Okay, a Nazi, a Scientologist, a Satanist, and a pedophile walk into a bar. What do?
Wait, say it again. A Nazi, a Scientologist, a pedophile, and a what?
Satanists walk into a bar. What do?
I don't know.
Invent NASA. That's who invented NASA. Jack Parsons, Walt Disney, L. Ron
Disney?
Hubbard, and fucking Von Braun were the four horsemen of NASA. They created NASA.
You're so lucky Callan's not here right now.
Yeah, well, no, he's lucky he's not here right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I would crush his dreams like the last time I was here.
Did you see me and Joe
I get
Coy
blackballed
going at
from-
Brian?
What?
We were talking about aliens, and we were going so hard at Brian.
Yeah,
So, do you believe in space?
I do. I
What,
do.
what is his argument for not believing in space?
He believes that, dude. I mean,
Flat
like,
Earth.
if you look at Von Braun, right, the Nazi who helped invent NASA, on his
That we took over here, right?
yeah. So basically, after the Nazis were defeated, right?
Yeah,
they
yeah,
entered an
yeah.
expansion draft where, like, the United States, England, and Russia got to draft their favorite Nazis, and they're like, with the number one pick of the draft, the United States selects Von Braun, right? And they
move.
took him over, and he helped create NASA.
Hey, but why'd you go like this? Defeated the Nazis?
Because
in
they
quotes.
weren't defeated. They just, like they weren't. They all ran to the Vatican. The Vatican put them in submarines and sent them to Argentina. These are just facts.
There's a ton of Nazis in Argentina.
There's tons of Nazis.
Well,
Hitler died in Argentina.
But they fled.
Hitler was a Rothschild. Anyways, go on.
But they had to leave.
Hitler was a
'cause they were
Rothschild?
blowing them up.
100%. His father was Boris. I can't study about being a baker or something like that. And his mother was a basically house help maid for Baron Rothschild. Baron Rothschild knocked him up. She fled. Had Olus had Hitler.
Elos Hitler.
Elos.
Elos Hitler. Elos.
God.
Elos Hitler.
Sam has his doctorate in conspiracies so deep.
I know, it's crazy. I
just
don't know
that,
anything
just
about
that
any of
little
that shit.
rant there. It would take me weeks to just go through everything and figure it out.
I just feel like if I got high, I would start to get into that world, and I just.
Oh, I'm into it. I just bought a book.
Oh, dude.
That's why I get high and I take a walk.
You have to listen to the
The
episode
whole
we
Laurel
just did,
Canyon
dude.
thing. I am balls
The
deep. in.
Bible talks about aliens, talks about reptilians.
What Bible?
Dude, basically Virgin Mary got a train ran on her by aliens. That's the whole story, dude. That's how she
So
got.
Jesus is an alien.
Jesus is part alien. He's like the he's like almost like Superman, you know?
I love you, dude. I really do.
I don't
love
even
you.
think that whole thing's, but I mean, within the Bible, that's what it says.
Where do we go when we die?
Well, there's a couple things. There's
question,
it's
Santino.
called the Tibetan Book of the Dead, okay? And
Okay.
it's basically almost like the story through the Matrix. Basically, you die, and when you die, these beings appear and they look like your relatives. They're like, "Hey, man, we love you. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah,
you
tight.
jerk off the weird shit, but we're gonna let that go."
How do they know that? How do they know what I jerk off to?
Because they're
They see
watching,
everything.
right? They're
What?
watching.
Everything?
Yeah, they're
my
watching.
God. When-
Places I've sucked my dick, they're gonna. My grandparents
They're gonna
must
be
be crying,
disgusted, yeah.
right? So
Why would they want to watch that?
and so supposedly they tell you to get back into, they go into the light, and then the light you get reborn, and you're born into this. Supposedly we're energy packs, and if you look at the moon, there's some shit with the moon. The moon's a little crazy, dude. You ever notice that? The moon is like nothing else in the universe. In our galaxy, it is the only thing that has a perfect orbit. We never see the other side of the moon, right? Why is it there? It's too big. It doesn't even make sense why it's there.
Why is it there? It's too big.
A lot of people think it's a fucking energy collector, dude. Now, right? That when you die, your energy goes up there. These lizard people feed off our energy, and that
Jesus
collects it,
Christ.
dude. Now, here's the whole thing. The game Pac-Man, right? You ever played Pac-Man? When Pac-Man's close. What does it look like? A fucking moon. So you got these ghosts going around. When Pac-Man eats it, what happens? It goes back into the regenerator and gets reborn. Okay.
This is.
If Cal was here, he would kick you in the face.
This is too much. You're really gonna make
This
a
is
parallel
the
between
craziest-
Pac-Man and the moon?
No, I'm just saying there are shit like that.
The moon is just a big, beautiful thing that we like to look at. That's all it is.
Sure.
It's just a planet.
Sure. For sure. For sure.
I think
just
that's
telling you
cra- I-
alternative
No, I know,
theories.
Yeah, no, but
I
also
don't want to talk
but who makes up
anymore.
these
I want to talk
theories?
about chicks and working out and sneakers and not wearing any socks
No, I have
ever
socks
with your
on,
shoes.
bro.
By the way, there's
2019.
only two ways to go. You either talk about conspiracy theories or chicks working out in sneakers. There is no middle ground.
Anything you guys.
By the
I
way,
don't
wait.
judge people off the conspiracy. I find it interesting.
No, it
I
is
find
interesting,
super
but also it's just as valid as it's not valid to me. Like anything else in the world. That's why I can never pay too much attention or
Yeah,
time.
but there's space. The space is real and the moon's real, you know. But it's fun.
No. That's as valid as his point. That's what I'm saying. Like the guy that says fucking the moon is fake is just as valid to me as the guy that's like, no, science says
That's
the
a
moon
great
is real.
place to be, dude.
Yeah, but I'm just in the middle because I just don't have time. I'm like, okay, great.
isn't gonna
You're both
affect
right.
your
It's
life.
fine.
No, I'm not gonna put energy in arguing it, but
You are though.
no,
totally
I'm not.
are.
But I know there's a moon.
I guess.
Okay.
Have you been up there?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How do you know?
Can you look up?
I don't know what it is.
NASA's saying the moon is in our.
Do I believe that there's a moon in the sky?
our atmosphere?
Sure. But if somebody goes,
And it's sucking the energy from souls like Pac-Man.
dude, sometimes I feel like
Hey.
I can see the lizard people late at night on the moon, just looking down at
our
no.
atmosphere?
One time I jerked off just looking at the moon. It was so pretty one
Look
night.
at that,
it was so full.
dude.
Like,
The crevices got me hard as fuck.
well, that's all fake, bro.
Wait, can I tell you some real shit? Wait, let me tell you something. Not to get to. Let's get off conspiracy theory because
Yes.
but
dude, let me. This.
Hey, you guys should see my special. I talk all about the stuff. It's available at
Jesus Christ! Second plug. Second plug. It's been
Second
20
plug.
minutes.
Sam, but so when they do like the Buzz Aldrin, like the moon landing stuff,
Yeah.
they do the whole anniversary.
Do you think they
Whenever
landed
I
on the
see it, I just laugh because I laugh at it because I think of you.
Okay,
Like I
so
saw
let me just say
picture of
this
Buzz
to you.
Aldrin.
Let
and
me
for
just say
Breitling
this.
watches
to you.
and
What
he
is
has a watch.
the biggest thing you've? What when you do interviews do they always want to ask you about? They want to ask you about your UFC fighting.
Not really
Do they want to ask you
anymore.
about your
Comedy
special?
now,
Do they want to ask you about that? Do you find yourself talking a lot about that in interviews? Do you do that? Honestly.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. This guy went to the fucking moon and talked about it one time. He did one interview and he's never done an interview again on it. You're telling me you went to the fucking moon and you did one interview?
That is
one
strange.
interview?
Is that true, Chin?
How
One
is that
interview?
true? How do we know if that's true? Did he only do one
I've
interview?
heard that before too.
one interview?
Like he never wants to talk about it.
You went to
Never.
the moon.
Wait,
and
time
you
out.
did one interview?
What if he doesn't want to talk about it?
Why would you want that? Dude, that's all I would talk about.
But maybe there's not much to talk about. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's just
you
like.
went to the moon.
But
Time
he's like, it's
You're
sandy.
acting like it's fucking
Time out.
Encino.
Time out.
It's
Time out.
the moon.
Hey, dude, you've heard this
Or it's
story,
the
right?
valley.
You can relate to this. I'm going to give you. I'm just to be devil's advocate because this is what you do too. Think about it like this. You know the first guy that climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. You know
No.
how long? You know. Well, do you know how long he spent up at the top?
How long?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes the journey is greater than the accomplishment. You know that in comedy we feel
Miley
the exact
Cyrus.
same thing.
Can Miley
Time
Cyrus-
out,
He's
time
the
out,
only guy
time
to
out.
ever climb it.
No, he was
Miley
very
Cyrus
first.
song.
The very
But did
first.
he-
But
is he
listen,
the-
It's the climb.
Hey, listen, he's the first. My point is, just like anything else in comedy and in life, sometimes when you achieve the thing, the journey was so much stronger that it's kind of almost a letdown when it happens. So there's something that saddens you a little bit about getting a special, about getting
Preach.
a TV spot, about getting...
Preach.
Dude, sometimes these things...
Preach.
Listen, you want to play devil's advocate, the moon is
Let's
made of
play.
cheese and lizard people. I'm saying...
It's not made of cheese.
It is
It's
made of
probably
cheese. It's
hollow.
Gouda. No, it's Gouda.
And it's a satellite.
It's Gouda.
An alien satellite.
I've heard it's either Gouda or goat.
So do you know that all the fucking...
Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
All the
Let me finish.
fucking, yeah.
When you achieve things, sometimes they're not as satisfying as you thought they were going to be. When you achieve something so great like that, if you do believe that, don't you think that there's a part of him that was like, I don't know, man, it was incredible. What do you want to say about it?
Here's the other thing. Though.
What do you want him to say about it?
But here's the other thing.
What would you like him to say?
Don't you think he has an ego where he's the only guy to touch
He's
the moon?
constantly
like Pete Rose
showing
makes
up
a living
to celebrate
signing
the landing.
baseballs.
And he's giving... Dude, listen to me,
I'm
dude.
just saying, dude, sometimes the journey is so wonderful, you can't express it in
Then
words.
why is he showing up to these events?
Because he gets
taking
paid.
Pictures.
He gets paid. How is he supposed to make money?
This makes no sense.
How is he
You
supposed
don't
to make
think
money?
he's answering questions about the moon at these events, though?
But he's never given an interview.
Well, interviews suck. They fucking suck.
We all
Yeah,
hate
but
it.
dude,
They fucking
it's the greatest, quote unquote, the greatest accomplishment ever in
I know.
mankind.
And you know what?
And you've talked about it one time.
Something's cool about that. Something's very cool about
Yeah, I
it.
find it cool.
cool.
What do you want him on the?
Logical.
You want him on
No.
the Today Show?
Why not?
You want him?
Why not?
Why? Why would he want to do so much? Why would he want to
Because,
sit
dude,
there and talk about
it's
it?
the greatest accomplishment ever. It's not like he ran a fucking a 1 minute mile or 2 minute or 4 minute mile.
Well, that'd be
like I'm talking
impressive.
about one dude or a couple dudes, first place people ever to go on the moon. This giant thing that's been made this humongous moment in the Cold War. This guy's done one interview after he landed. One. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Have the other guys done interviews?
Maybe he's shy.
He has not.
Have the other guys?
Dude, okay.
Have the other guys done interviews?
I haven't really looked into that.
Well, that's something we definitely need to look into. What if
Okay.
he's the one guy that's like, I don't really want to
Has
talk about
anybody
it?
Maybe
on
he's
that
like an
landing
introvert.
done interviews?
He's like, I don't
Maybe
want
he
the
just
attention.
well, what is that? He punched that guy in the
You
face.
guys are really plausible.
You know,
No, if he's only done one interview, I'll agree with Sam. That's shady as fuck.
Thank
not
you.
shady.
One
It is
interview?
shady.
You laid on the moon?
One
So what?
interview. One interview.
Dude,
One
I'd
interview.
have podcast material for a
Apollo
year
11
if you put me
astronauts
on the
first interview
spaceship.
after moon landing.
That's it. And they can't agree on anything.
What?
And after they land, they can't agree. One guy says he saw stars. The other one's like, oh, we didn't see stars. Did we see stars? They're like, it's just like, it's such crap.
Time out. So
No.
we didn't land on the moon is what
No,
you're
no, no.
saying.
If you really want to know what I believe,
Well, I
I
just
think it
asked
was
you.
Hollywood, right?
I think that was faked. I think we're actually on every planet with some advanced ass technology. That was fake for the Cold War and the bullshit.
Just to beat the Russians.
And they can't fucking really show you everything we got because it's super advanced.
This is the problem with conspiracy theories.
There's no problem.
There's no way to prove anything.
nothing.
It's impossible. It's a never-ending fight. You'd have to scour the internet and libraries for months and months and months and months to even
No.
find out if that's true.
No, but
because he might have done a million interviews, but you wouldn't know. The only
I
way
do know that.
How would you know?
Because I've studied it.
Where?
I've
On the
studied
internet?
it. Yeah, forever.
But the
I've
internet
been
isn't
studying this
providing
shit
everything.
forever.
Well,
I've
you
been
can
studying
find
this
the
forever.
interviews though. But here's the thing: so
Maybe.
if you go, Earth is flat, right?
Is Earth flat?
It's not my thing.
You can disprove that. Though.
But is it flat
You
to
can-
you?
there's ways
I've
to
never done it.
disprove
No, to me, we live in a simulation. I'm not a flat Earth guy. I respect the flat Earth people
You
because
think
you can believe whatever you
think we're in
want.
a simulation?
You can believe whatever you want. I believe we live in a simulation. Yes.
So we live in a simulation, and the thing we live on is not flat.
I don't know what we live on. I'm telling you, I believe we live on a ball.
You're being very
Why do
bipartisan.
we live on a ball? Why do I think we live on a ball? Because I was told that as a kid. I never did any study, and everyone's like, well, what about this video? What about that video? What about this video? There's all sorts of fucking crazy shit. Fisheye lens, all that stuff. I think we live on a ball. Why? Because I was told as a kid. I have done no research on my own. Any of the studies that they say, any of the
Yeah.
fucking formulas that they tell you that it's a ball, I have done none of it. And 99% of the people who call me crazy have done no research either. You are just regurgitating what you were told as a kid. I am fine with it being a ball. I believe we live in a simulation.
Okay, I respect that. But no one's calling you crazy in here.
No, not in here.
You think people call you crazy?
Here, this is a safe place.
Yeah.
Here's safe place.
This is so safe. I go
Instagram, not
outside,
safe place.
Fuck it, I'm just Bruce Lee fighting 80 dudes at one
Instagram
time.
and social media, not the safe place.
Yeah, no.
People get.
Yeah.
People get
Let me tell you.
But I want to talk chicks and working out.
Chicks and working out and
not
sneakers
wearing
and fucking,
socks.
dude. Let me give you one little piece of not conspiracy anything at all, but it's relative to what we're talking about.
Going
Absorbing
JFK.
energy in the universe. This is kind of cool. Luke Perry was in Tarantino's movie. It was his last
Once
role.
Upon a Time
Yeah, and I just watched it. And it made me sad because I was like, man, that's sad as fuck. That dude passed away, you know? And then I was at home and I was looking up Luke Perry and just kind of doing research on him for fun because, you know, I don't know, whatever. And anyway, there was a lie put out to the world that he was cremated and spread on the ashes of his farm in Tennessee. His daughter, and this is provable, she did an interview recently and said, that was not true. I don't even know who said that. He was never cremated. They put him in what's called an infinity suit. Do you know what this is?
No.
This is fucking wild. Well, it's not as amazing as it's kind of beautiful. There's scientists developed this infinity suit that says we're filled with toxins. Our bodies are loaded with toxins. And that's a fact, right? And your toxins, whether you're burnt or put in the ground, are pushed out in the universe in a very bad way. That's what they say. The toxins bleed out into see their mushroom suit. It's called an infinity suit. So what happens is you get wrapped and buried in this, and mushrooms and other you can pretty much make any kind of herb or anything fungal grow on you to take the toxins to use them for their growth instead of putting them back out into the universe, and then you will turn into a fucking human
love
garden.
that.
A human garden.
I love that.
The article talks all of that.
That's how
one
I
of them.
want
Wait,
to be
so where did they
buried.
bury you?
He got buried at his farm in Tennessee, but
But they just bury you. You're not in a coffin.
no. You're in the earth. You're just
That's
in the
what I'm
earth.
saying.
Yeah,
I
they
want
wrap
that
you. They wrap
so
you and they put you in the earth.
badly,
Yeah,
dude.
it's tight, right?
I always
Is that
want to
tight?
be chopped up and then put in like some kind of fucking mulch.
Yeah.
For a tree.
Yeah.
But I'll do that.
Infinity suit. So here's what's
Infinity
crazy.
suit. I'll
Infinity
do that.
suit.
So I want an infinity suit and then bury me in Laurel Canyon.
You want to be in Laurel Canyon?
I do.
What, near the record studio?
Just like somewhere along
What
the
if
way.
they fucking dude? Because that's too busy. It's too much going on. I want to be out in the middle of nowhere.
Not
Yeah.
at Laurel Canyon.
There's a lot of land in this country.
A lot of land.
Bury me out in the middle of the nowhere. I want to be Montana. You ever been to Montana?
Yeah, it's just got a flat boring.
Hey, fuck you. It's not flat at all, first of all. And second of all, it's not boring. It's fucking beautiful. There's,
No, it's beautiful.
there's mountains up there.
And I'm from Denver, though, so be cool.
Same
Oh,
mountain
shit,
range.
sorry.
Yes,
Same mountain range.
I know.
Sorry.
I know, dude.
I like it. He goes,
It's whatever.
it's flat and it's the same mountain range. Montana's gorgeous. All right, okay, so bury yourself in Colorado, out by the airport. Conspiracy theory. Let's not get into the airport. Let's not get into
Denver?
DIA.
Oh, it's
The
crazy.
paintings
Let's
on
not
the wall,
do it.
though?
Crazy.
The
Why is
paintings
it
on the
50
wall?
miles out from fucking Denver?
Why
Well,
does,
no, but
why
the
does the
government's
queen, why
admit
does the
that the-
queen own all that land out there?
Why's who?
Now
Queen- the
you're
Queen of
cooking
England.
with gas.
No, I
dude.
already know all that shit. Yeah.
Wait, she
Dude.
owns the land.
She
in
owns
DIA?
a fuckload of land by DIA. Yeah, a ton of it. And you know that the airport was built once and then built again. You know
You
that,
guys
right?
think it's
Yes.
weird that the
Yeah.
queen just came out and said she's related to the Prophet Muhammad?
Yeah, what's up with that shit?
Dude, Anunnaki, dog.
Anunnaki.
They created us, and then they created a
These
ruling
are
class.
so weird, dude. These paintings at DIA paint the whole story.
The fact that all this attention has been brought to them and they haven't taken it down says everything.
They don't give
dude,
a fuck.
they don't
Yeah.
care. And listen, dude,
Because if you cared enough, you like look what happened at the Improv. People complained about those stupid fucking paintings and they took them down finally.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
they finally took him down?
Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy
no, they
made fun of
finally
him.
painted over them.
oh, the dolphin guy?
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dolphin?
They got rid of all
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, Wyland. Yeah,
gone.
Wyland. By the way, that guy can paint the shit out of a dolphin. You go down to the beaches, he can paint a fucking dolphin like a motherfucker. Whales. No, it's whales.
Look, that thing fell on the guy that made it and killed
Killed
him.
him.
Murdered him.
That's right.
It doesn't
Did.
make sense.
It does make sense.
No,
'Cause
not
that's
just,
some
not just the
fucking
guy,
dark
not
energy.
just the guy that
whole
made
family.
it. Not just the guy that
Couple
made it.
dolphins.
He was the fucking engine. He was the brains behind it. It wasn't just like a worker. It was like the man that had the idea for the Bronco to be in the air. Like this whole thing.
And then
This,
someone else died too around it when they're installing it. That
Oh,
thing-
I don't know.
You know
I know
that
he
they-
died.
So people were watching build this. They're like, why are you pulling out that much land?
Yeah.
Why are you pulling out all this land? It doesn't make sense for the amount of construction you're doing. Why they ended up
Hold
bulldozing
on, go
all
back,
this
Chin.
land. Dude.
Why is that on the wall at DIA?
Because this is okay.
That's by-
so
that's
you ever
by
heard the
baggage
theory
claim.
that there's underground
How
tunnels?
insane is that, man?
They want to scare away tourism, dude. They're bringing. It's too much. Just overpopulated. at this
We
point.
have too
25,000 a
many
month,
people
dude.
coming here.
Go back to the
25,000 a
gargoyle.
month.
What is that? I think that was in one of my bags. That fell out of one of my bags when I was going to Denver one time.
That's in DIA too? That's the creepiest.
That's not in
wanna
DIA.
hang
Oh, it
out
is.
and
That is
rock.
the airport in the background.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
They got the best
Anyway,
food-
let me
they got
jump.
the best
Let me
food
jump
there.
backwards. Get
Yeah.
off your fucking phone, Trip.
Dude, I
we're
got
here for
chicks.
us.
Okay.
I don't care about the chicks. We're here for us. You're going to be buried in an infinity suit, right?
Fighter in the
I'm going to be
rocket,
buried
dude.
in one. You just changed my life, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Infinity
into it. How
suit,
much are they?
Dude,
I'm sure we can get it, dude.
Money. What are you
Hey.
talking about? Money.
Dude, can I
don't care.
get a
Fucking-
promo
doesn't
code for
matter.
that?
Sorry.
If I use Fire and the Kid, can I get 20% off that?
You might be able to, man.
You guys go to infinitysuit.com, use the promo code Fighter in the Rocket to get yourself 20% off an Infinity Suit. We do mushrooms and other spores. We're going to get you more soon, but go to infinitysuit.com. By the way, is Infinity Suit, do they sell it now?
It says over $5,000.
Dude, that's
5 G's?
Dude, look
no,
at
no,
that.
Oh, no, it says
No, so
spend
the-
far less. Regular burials are
go down,
5,000.
I was
dude.
going to say, that's how much a
That
regular
looks like
is.
the gimp of death. Look at the suit they put you in. Like, it's a weird thing. Like,
Let me see. Where is the suit?
go back up.
Wait,
go up. Look at that. Up more.
Hold on.
Coelho.
Look at that.
That's tight.
That's some weird gimp shit.
Hell yeah, bury me.
That's
Chin.
some eyes wide shut death
Chin,
shit.
scroll out. Let
I
me
like
see
that.
the bullet points here. Here's the thing, though. Let's say the three of us die in here, and Kat and Chin are like, all right, we'll just put them in the yards back here. You can't just be having dead bodies all over the goddamn place.
Can't.
Like, if everyone wants to do
That's
this,
gonna come
you
back
can't
and
have
haunt
that,
ya.
dude.
What do you mean?
You can't have that.
Well, yes, you
Why?
can.
No, you can't just bury a dead body in your backyard. It's not
No,
legal.
dude, you have to get buried legally somewhere. Yes, you have to get buried like within the laws of where bodies can be buried. But
laws.
if it's your own property, you can bury yourself on your own property.
So my girl could bury me on my front
Dude, you can
lawn?
bury yourself here at the
I
studio.
don't think so.
You own it. What are you talking? Of course you can.
I don't think so, dude.
Dude,
There has
when
to
you
be
die,
laws.
bury yourself here.
Yeah.
under this table.
Dude, you can
I don't think so, dude.
you can be buried in your own
What are
fucking
do we know
backyard.
the laws?
Why do we keep turning to Asian people asking for them for
Because they know
legalese?
all, dude.
I
They
think
know all.
you just answered your own question.
That's
Why
true.
do we keep turning to Asian people for all? Because they have the answers. They made the computers they're searching on. They know what the fuck they're talking about. They have the inside
Burial
tips.
laws in California. Embalming required by law. California
See, you got to have a
laws,
permit to
embalming
bury
required.
yourself in your backyard. That's all.
God, dude, and this is why I love libertarians. Why do I need a permit to bury myself? Why do I got to pay the government dollars on the way out?
Well, 'cause
I'm out.
we can't have you burying yourself on fucking Sunset.
Why?
This right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.